Hi guys, Nick Jennison for Guitar Interactive, and on the test bench today we're taking a look at this 817 Mark II Brooklyn from our friends at Aria Pro 2. It is a stripped back, lean and mean rock machine with a thin open pore finish. It's a mahogany 2 humbucker guitar with a set neck, short scale length. You get the gist, but there are some tricks up this guitar sleeve that we're going to talk about in a moment. In the intro you heard me playing through our Super Kraken on gain 1, which is a British sounding gain with the boost engaged for some classic rock goodness. Before we go any further, let's clean things up and check this guitar out with a slightly cleaner sound. So now that we've heard this guitar both clean-ish and pretty dirty, we will of course explore some more extreme sounds as we go on in this review. Let's talk a little bit about the spec, and we're going to start up here at the headstock end. Now this is one of my favourite features. I'll just show it to the camera up there. This is the classic Aria Pro 2 headstock shape that you will have seen on all those famous guitars and basses from the 1980s. It's great to see it back. It's a really cool, iconic looking headstock. Fits this stripped back and rather mean design very, very tightly, but it also helps balance. You'll notice if I sit this on my lap that the guitar doesn't want to fall this way, doesn't want to fall this way. It's a very, very well balanced instrument. The neck profile, I'll show in this camera down here. You can see it's a pretty slim neck. It's not crazy like wizard slim, but it's pretty thin. And it's a roasted maple neck as well with these 2 stripes for stability. Really great feeling neck. It's a satin finish, so it's super fast. And this heelless neck joint up here, you can see as it joins to the mahogany body, all mahogany body that is, it really doesn't get in your way when you're getting all the way up into the dusty end, which feels fabulous under the hand. Again, for me personally, because I have quite large hands, I find this cutaway could be a little bigger, but I think for most people that's not going to be a problem, and the neck joint does feel absolutely fabulous. We've got a little bit of white or cream off-white binding, which kind of offsets the look of the guitar. That of course carries on to the body. We've got a black open pore finish, which I'll just turn to and fro. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. Really nice, and that's front and back too. And you can see those comfort cuts there. Really nice minimalist guitar, very resonant body, and I think the kind of like open pore thin paint job really helps with that. It's available on black and white. I think the black looks really cool, although I'd imagine the white's probably pretty sexy as well. Now, another thing to note with this one is we have this cool kind of like brushed aluminium pick guard, which looks fantastic. Now, me personally, I'm not a huge fan of brushed aluminium pick guards purely because I don't like the way it feels under my fingernails when I'm resting on the guard. But if you're I'm not a nails down kind of player, that's not going to be a problem. And for most people, let's be honest, it's not going to be an issue. Just a personal niggle of mine. We have a 3-way toggle selector, master volume, master tone. There are no push pulls, there are no coil splits, no phase reverses, or anything fancy like that. No active electronics, just simple, good, honest rock tones from the 2 classic power humbuckers. Now, we've taken a listen to this guitar with some playing examples in the intro. Let's take a tour of those pickup sounds, both clean and dirty, and we'll hear how each position sounds. So as you can hear, every pickup position in this guitar is thick and fat, especially the neck pickup, which has got a real kind of throaty clonk, which is great for lead lines. We'll explore that in just a moment. By contrast, the bridge pickup has more of kind of a mid-forward and aggressive kind of delivery, which is going to help you carry when you're using lots and lots of gain. Again, we'll explore that in a moment. The middle position, by contrast, is a little more sparkly, but it's not going to be like a twangy telly or a spanky Strat kind of sound, although it does do very, very well for clean type applications. Now let's explore some of that with some of the more of these situational type examples, and we'll begin with some funk, soul type stuff. For my money, this guitar does very well at those old school Motown type tones. Maybe not ideal for like super skinny 80s and onwards funk tones, but again, for more soul inspired playing, I think this guitar does very well. Of course, for my money, this guitar is really all about those more aggressive styles, and we're going to kick on a fuzz next to see how well the Brooklyn handles that kind of sound, and see how well it retains its character through a thick sounding fuzz. We're going to use a Screddy Luna module clone, which is a really thick variation on a fuzz face circuit. It's going to sound something like this. And sticking with the theme of more aggressive type playing, let's downtune a little bit and we'll explore how well this guitar deals with some heavy tight riffing. So while this guitar definitely will hang in a metal situation, the thick low end and low mid focus of these pickups really leans more towards those classic sounds like the fuzz and the classic rock gain we heard in the intro. Of course, you could always throw a tube screamer on to tighten them up if you wanted to play this guitar in a metal context, and it'll definitely work in that kind of setting, but for my money, it's kind of more of a classic rock and garage rock and soul and blues machine. Now, the last test we're going to do is we're going to throw on a load of gain and we're going to put on the reverb and delay, and we'll explore how well this lovely thin feeling neck deals with some histrionic shred playing. So there you go, guys. In a nutshell, this is the Aria Pro 2 718 Mark II Brooklyn. It's a really high spec, great feeling rock machine, especially for the price that you pay. It's got a roasted maple neck, an open pore finish, this aluminium pickguard, Wilkinson hardware. Again, I'm going to urge you to read the written review in the magazine to check out the price of this guitar, because it is really rather low for what you're getting. It's a very, very affordable instrument, and it feels great, sounds great. It's at home in lots of styles, definitely leaning more towards the classic sort of sounds rather than modern sounds, but it will do that stuff too. Comes with a nice padded gig bag. What more do you want? Fantastic guitar. My name's Nick Jennison for Guitar Interactive, and I shall see you next time. Check out these links here for more great content. We are, of course, your home for all things gear related, and we have killer interviews and tuition and all manner of stuff coming up for you in the near future. So hit that subscribe button down there. Make sure you hit the notification icon too, so we can keep you up to date with the latest and greatest news on all things guitar.